Hello, and welcome to the weekly moon update for the week of March 18th till whatever that Sunday is. This is my third time filming this video, and so far it's been a very weird, wild time. I don't know if that is a reflection of like what's going on astrologically or just in my life at the time that I'm filming these, or if it has to do with the energy for the week. Um, I don't know what's going on. We're hopefully third time is the charm. I have to explain some things about like what happened in the last video. So let's jump into that story and then we will jump into the energy of this week. As always, timestamps are going to be in the description below. So if you are just like, I just want to hear the moon energy for the week, you can jump directly to like whatever parts you are interested in listening. So here we go. Cards. Okay, so what happened last time is I like went to film a weekly moon update like I always do, and I double checked to make sure that the timestamps were already written on here for me, or if I had to like go in and write them in. So I had to write them in because I hadn't done it yet. So as I'm writing them in, I was looking down here. It says 8 p.m. moon meeting, and I was like, "That's weird. That doesn't make any sense because it's a first quarter week, so we wouldn't have our moon meeting. Like we always have our moon meetings. I like to do them on the last quarter or the waning crescent. So it's like you're getting ready before the new moon. So I was like, why? That's weird. Like we wouldn't schedule it for this time. And I thought, well, maybe I just put it on the wrong week or something. But I haven't made the spring schedule yet. So maybe I was just playing around with potential possibilities, but I still wouldn't plan a moon meeting for this time. So instead of erasing it, I put this question mark here because I was like, maybe I wanted to do, we still have one of the Book of Spirit, or we have the Book of Spirit from the Holy Wild to listen to. So I was like, maybe I was planning on doing that around that time. So I left it there and put a question mark just so that I remember, maybe I would remember why I wrote this there. I didn't remember. And so the other weird thing is that the card was already picked for this week, and it was this panda card here, and it was already like in place, and I wouldn't have selected that deck for this week. It's really weird that this card is here. Like this card just magically appeared. We've had this card before, but if I go to select an image to add on here, it's not on my list of images that's here because it's so old. We had this card for November of last year, and so like I don't even know how I would go about getting an older image, because as you can see that this is all the images that that's on my camera roll. It's like the first 20 or something like that. So I don't even know how to go about getting an older image from my camera roll to put it on here. So I decided to keep it because I was like, okay, this card magically appeared for this week. Let's keep it for this week. It's just so bizarre. Oh, what else happened? The other thing that happened is that this card was just randomly sitting. Whoops. This angel card was just randomly sitting on my desk because I move that deck around a lot. Sometimes I take the angel deck with me to massage appointments. Sometimes I use it for stream. Sometimes I just use it for my own personal use. So it just kind of, the deck itself kind of hops around my house and in my traveling case. And so this card had been sitting on my desk waiting for the deck to come back here so that I could put it away. And they just happen to be the same angel. Jophiel is on the panda card, and Jophiel was here. And at the time that like this card magically appeared, I just thought that that was really weird and a total coincidence. So I decided to just like film it and keep these cards as the energy for this week. We got and then I picked a chakra card and a oops, you can't see it, and a crystal for the week. So like filming that video was just totally weird because like the cards were already picked for me. I didn't have to do anything. They just like magically appeared, and it was just really weird and kind of very fitting for the energy of the week, or at least I felt like that at the time. And then the entire video disappeared. And so now I'm refilming it again. I was trying to get ahead with filming these videos and filming them all at once so that I could take some time off and, take a break. But here I am the week before refilming this because it just totally disappeared. I was ahead and now I'm behind. So I wish that you could see the actual video because right now I'm feeling kind of frustrated because I have to like redo this. But at the time of filming the last video, it felt like it was very synchronistic. It felt like it was meant to be. And it was and you can actually like see the shock on my face of like, where did this card come from? Like, how did it get here? And I was like trying to figure it out. I was trying to figure out how could I have gotten this card here? I would have, and it just, I don't know. It was just totally mind blowing and it felt very magical and synchronistic, but now I'm just feeling frustrated. So let's just jump into the moon energy for this week. I also think I had like a really good blooper at the end of that one too, and I'm just so mad. I just can't believe that I'm having to film this again. So anyways, let's jump into moon energy for this week. We had our first quarter moon on Sunday if you're watching this live. And so we have a waxing gibbous for the entirety of this week. And then we'll have a full moon, which is the start of the eclipse season. It's a Libra full moon. So this week very much feels like getting ready for eclipse season. And I think I've also said that about like the beginning of March as well. Using the Pisces energy to cleanse and release, shed all of the rest of 2023 so that in the spring you're ready to like launch into 2024, move forward with your plans and your goals and your dreams and your ideas, but also to be prepared for whatever is going to be revealed and come up in your life for during eclipse season. So a lunar eclipse is where we're starting off, and that is when the Earth is blocking the light from the sun reaching the moon. So normally we have this big, bright, full moon, but because the Earth is in the way, it's blocking the light from the sun. And so basically, I feel like lunar eclipses kind of feel like new moons because the moon is dark and it's in the shadows. So shadows are going to come up. And I just feel like it's normally we want to like feel active and social on a full moon, but I don't really feel that way in particular on lunar eclipses. It just feels very new moon energy, like needing to go within and kind of take a break, take a rest, and hibernate. However, this week is a Waxing Gibbous. So I think that like this is going to be a good week to be preparing for the lunar eclipse and preparing for the rest of the eclipse season. So on Monday, we're starting off with Cancer energy. I typically don't like starting off a week with water energy in general. It just doesn't really feel that productive for me. But out of all of the water signs, I feel like Cancer is probably a more productive one because personally, I just like to be productive on a Monday. Usually Mondays are my days off from massage. So it's when I get my housework done. It's when I get meal prepping done. But I mean, that's just my personal schedule. I know a lot of people probably do those kinds of things on Sunday. And we had Cancer energy on Sunday too. So hopefully you were able to get that stuff done that you needed to get done at home. So Cancer is ruled by the moon. It's the mother sign, the divine feminine sign. And this gives us an opportunity to take care of ourselves, so practice some self-care. And because we don't really know what to expect next week for the lunar eclipse, this would be a good time to like get some extra meals thrown in the freezer, to maybe plan some sort of break or day off, take it easy. And I know I say this all the time, and I know that not everybody's schedule, like, well, I can't just take a break when I want to take a break. But you can interact with your day in a more gentle way when we need to kind of take it easy, for example, on new moons. And how I go about doing that is like making sure that you're like actually taking a lunch break and not eating at your computer or eating at your desk, like taking that time to sit and eat and relax. Sometimes it's a good idea to like set timers on your watch or your phone to make sure that you're like getting up and stretching just for a couple minutes. I've been starting with like 3-minute breathwork sessions whenever I take breaks, if I'm working long days on the computer, and it's totally changed how how I flow through work. 3 minutes is nothing. Like 3 minutes is like it's not going to like set you back on your work or anything. So that's one of the things that I like to do. I switch back and forth between the exercise ball and a regular chair because the exercise ball really encourages you to like use your core muscles when you're sitting to help reduce some of that atrophy and fatigue, muscle fatigue that you get from sitting a lot. This could be ordering takeout and not so that you don't have to cook a meal. This can be going for a walk instead of watching TV, because our brains don't shut off when we're binge watching shows. Like your brain thinks that you are actually experiencing the things that are happening on shows. So if you like action or scary or even sad, like romantic comedies, you're still feeling those emotions. So sometimes taking a break from social media, from TV shows is a good idea. These are just like small little examples that you can hopefully fit into your day. These are just like small tips and tricks that maybe you haven't thought of. But those are the kind of things that you can think about when we're in Cancer energy, especially a waxing Cancer moon, because a waxing Cancer moon is going to be more productive. Any waxing moon is going to be more productive. So we'll be in Cancer energy all day Monday, and for most of Tuesday too. Around 3:33 p.m. is when we move into Leo. So Leo is a waxing Leo moon is a more active moon as well. So this might be a good time to collaborate if you need to collaborate with anybody, to socialize, to do something creative or artistic, work on your self-esteem or your solar plexus chakra. A lot of yellow energy is coming up with our cards today, which we'll talk about at the end. So Leo is ruled by the sun. Cancer is ruled by the moon. Leo is ruled by the sun. So this is things that can help make you feel energized, and it's a more like outward expression, whereas the moon is going internal. And we'll be in Leo energy for the end of Tuesday, all day Wednesday, and all day Thursday, and then early Friday morning at 2:33 a.m. the moon will start to transition and quickly moves into Virgo at 3:42. So yeah, this week just feels very much like a preparation for what is to come next week and within the next month, because we also have some really big astrological shifts or an astrological alignment happening in April. involving Jupiter and Uranus. And these are like, Jupiter's like the planet of luck and growth and expansion and lots of positive energy. And Uranus is the planet of liberation and freedom. And they're going to be holding hands, conjoined right next to each other. And so I feel like this is going to hopefully have a positive global shift. There are a lot of things going on in the world where we need peace and we need agreement and we need liberation and freedom for a lot of people in a lot of places around the world. So I'm hoping that this is a really positive conjunction for all of us collectively. So this week, with the Cancer mother nurturing energy starting off the week and the end of the week ending with Virgo organization, self-preservation is what I was going to say, but like self-perfection is maybe what I'm looking for. This week feels very much a preparation for what is to come. We're kind of bookend by this mother and by this like Mrs. Fix it, like wants to fix things, wants to solve problems, wants to get organized, wants to make things work. So we've got water energy starting off the week with Cancer, which hopefully will help us get into the flow, or what will help you create more ease and flow in your life. Then we have fire and Leo, what encourages you, what inspires you, what makes you want to support yourself and to support others. And then Virgo, earth energy, is going to help us hit the ground running and like actually do the things that we say that we're going to do. At the very end of the week, Sunday morning is when we start to transition, and we'll be in Libra at 4:38 p.m. Sunday late afternoon. So one thing I will say, and maybe it's not a coincidence that medium Jenny Lee just had her angel connecting with your angels class. It feels like the angels are really reaching out to us. Oh, here he is. Okay. I wanted to find Mr. Panda. It feels like the angels are reaching out to us. And there have been a couple times when Jenny has gone to the angel realm and it felt like there was a lot going on there. Like they were like really busy and like preparing for something. When I took her angel class, that it also felt the same for me. Like when I was trying to go there, I was like, what? It just felt like there was all this commotion. Like I felt like I had interrupted like some preparations for something. And so remember to reach out for your angels if you need help, because they're always there and they're always willing and want to help. Okay, so the keywords are stay balanced and in your essence. The angels associated with this card are archangels Mary, Jophiel, and Sandalphon. So these solitary and peaceful animals are heart healers who come from the Pleiades. Their hearts radiate truth, innocence, and purity, and they embody the symbol of the blue rose. This allows pure source healing to be stepped down into their energy field. The other thing that I remembered when I was filming the video this last time, the blue rose, I used to have, I think it was, I don't know if this store exists anymore, Limited 2 was like a teen store at the mall. And I used to have like, it was just a simple white t-shirt with like this big blue rose, like exactly like the one in the picture on the front of it. Did anybody else have that shirt? It was actually more of like a denim-y blue. But anyways, Archangel Jophiel, the angel of wisdom, brings his wisdom down through pandas. Then they pass it through Archangel Sandalphon to Lady Gaia in the center of the earth. So it's interesting. This deck mentions that Jophiel is masculine energy, but this card has her as feminine energy. And I think we kind of came to the conclusion in Jenny's angel class is that they are both, like angels are both, and they can be either or. So pandas are black and white to indicate that they are in balance and can help people see from an enlightened perspective. If provoked, they demonstrate formidable masculine power. They also show incredible maternal instincts toward their cubs who, when very young, are extremely tiny, totally helpless, pink and hairless, and blind. This vulnerability has was decided at a higher level to test the mothering qualities of the female panda. Keep your heart pure and light. When you think of the panda, the angel Mary connects you directly to the cosmic heart to receive healing and love. In addition, when you offer to be a bridge between the cosmic heart and the center of the earth, Archangel Sandalphon will link in to enable you to bring a vast download of love through you. This is a special service and raises your frequency considerably. The Panda card asks you to stay in balance. Notice how you are tested to develop your masculine and feminine energies, then apply yourself to the lessons. This will enable you to heal yourself and others. When you attune to the Panda, a blue Pleiadian healing rose is placed in your energetic field. So in regards to like the energy of this week, I feel like this card is again preparing us for like what is to come during eclipse season and the Jupiter-Uranus alignment, and to remember that we can stay balanced and centered amongst obstacles that we might encounter, amongst chaotic situations, and amongst whatever you might encounter that throws you off balance. And it's also really interesting that this is a Libra lunar eclipse that we're starting off with. And I do kind of say sometimes with Libra energy, especially a Libra eclipse, is like, in order to balance the scales, they have to be unbalanced. So I'm not saying anything bad's going to happen. I'm just saying that like, I'm personally experiencing complete like I'm experiencing this motion right now, and I don't know, that's the lesson, to figure out what grounds you, what centers you, what stops what stops your scales from going like this. I think I'd actually prefer scales that were like this, because going like up and down is just like, whoa, a roller coaster. So we're being reminded to stay balanced as best we can, no matter what shifts and changes we might encounter within the next week or within the next month. So Jophiel's keyword is joy. The archangel of joy, wisdom, and beauty, Jophiel governs the yellow ray of illumination. Like the Irish lass in her card, she gives us the ability to add more gladness to our lives. She also helps us to learn and teach at the highest level, enabling us to find the answers to important questions, to see the beauty in all things, and to think more positively. Jophiel sets us on the right path to achieving spiritual enlightenment. She can help us to get organized and clear out our physical and emotional clutter, which can be a real help when you're tackling spring cleaning or trying to get to the bottom of any old stuck emotions. So I thought this was really interesting because we also have the spring equinox this week, which is about clearing out the clutter, dusting the cobwebs and clearing out your space physically and energetically to get ready for spring. Visualize Jophiel's bright yellow light pouring into you and your home like sunlight, and ask her to illuminate anything that you no longer need. Picture this light filling any areas of your life where you feel unhappy or dissatisfied. Ask Jophiel to send this light into any dark corners to cleanse the space around you, your home, and your belongings. Unhappy memories you haven't been able to let go of, and items you have ferried from home to home for years will likely seem less important. When you clear your physical clutter, it then becomes much easier to let go of emotional clutter, to take unwanted items to charity shops so that they can find a better home elsewhere. It's also a good idea to get involved in a local car boot sales and clothing swaps. After all, one person's trash is another person's treasure. Jophiel can help to make this experience fun and uplifting, rather than it feeling like a chore. When there is more space, you will see beauty around and within you. Afterwards, Jophiel will help you rid your mind of cluttered thoughts so that you are more focused, calm, and most of all, joyful. Allow her yellow light to fill your mind and feel yourself relax. With all the extra space you create, you'll soon find that you're sleeping better, feeling happier, have more energy, and you'll feel super organized. Getting rid of old stuck energy alone helps you to think more clearly, but when you ask Jophiel to help with this objective, it's like it gets switched on inside your brain, and you suddenly have new clarity to be able to see all the good things in your life. This brings more time to get outside and play. It ushers in joy because a reason to celebrate all the good things about yourself and your existence. Jophiel's yellow ray shining in through your crown chakra is like opening the shutters in a dark room to light up your life. Her message is, be joyful, let go of your heavy physical and emotional burdens, release your baggage, allow new clarity and happiness to pour into your life. Then you can rise up out of the gloom and fly higher. So again, another message of clearing out the clutter, getting prepared and ready to let things in the spring. Because the more room you make within your energetic field and within your physical space, you're allowing more things to be called to you. And I know we associate green with spring, but I always think of yellow because the yellow flowers are those first ones, the dandelions and the daffodils and the buttercups those are those first ones to come up during the spring. So since we're talking about yellow, let's move to our card, or our crystal, sorry. Yellow fluorite is a manifestation and a money drawing stone. It activates the solar plexus chakra, helping you to feel powerful and filled with possibility. Yellow fluorite embodies the law of attraction in crystal form. This good fortune magnet is a great gem for business owners as it helps attract and increase clients. So the affirmation is, I attract the resources I need to manifest my desires. And last but not least, our chakra card is a third eye chakra card. The crystal they recommend is blue aventurine, and the herb is cypress. Psychic awakening. You have the ability to awaken new and mysterious forms of reality. Think astral travel, visions and dreams, night magic. Think shadow, the unknown, and faith. Think new beginnings and new dreams. They're all waiting for you to discover and unleash them. What will you do with this new awareness that awaits, that wants, what will you do with this new awareness that wants to come through you? Consider the many ways that you can help and heal others by becoming the oracle you were meant to be. So all of these cards and all of this energy has this very spring equinox energy, clearing out the old, dusting out the cobwebs, being open and feeling excited and awake, just like the plants and the animals and the buds on the trees, and knowing that like with each season there is going to be change. Like that's what the seasons teaches us. That's what the moon teaches us, that we go through these cycles and these changes and these seasons to evolve and grow. And there's always going to be a shift of that balance and equilibrium when we're entering a new season. We're leaving winter and we're being reborn again in the spring. So we finally made it through this video. I hope it actually reaches your ears. I hope that you're excited and ready for spring, and I hope that you're ready for whatever little adventure we're going to go on within the next few weeks and within the next month. Aries season also starts on March 19th. So we're leaving Pisces, that cleansy, dreamy, watery energy, and we're entering Aries of fire and action and warmth and heat. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you're able to find some balance and equilibrium. Remember to ask for Archangel Jophiel's help to illuminate your life, clear out your space with her yellow ray. And thanks for hanging out with me today. We'll see you next time on the other side of the looking glass. On Sunday morning, whoops, whoa. We'll be in, geez Louise. All right, so let's jump into these cards. I was thinking, oh no. Are you serious? Why is this so difficult? So I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope you have a wonderful, balanced panda week. Oh my God. Stop recording and save.